most valuable and expensive Kennedy half-dollar coins. Coins so rare and powerful, they carry the potential to catapult ordinary collectors into overnight billionaires. These aren't just coins. They are vaults of unimaginable wealth, secret keys to financial empires hiding in old coin jars and forgotten drawers. Especially when it comes to bicentennial issues, a handful possess such elite value that you must never spend them, not at any cost. Now, let's get started. First up, the coin that holds a nation's secret fortune. Lying silently in drawers, buried in change jars, or hiding beneath layers of time, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar with no mint mark could be one of the most valuable treasures in American history. It looks like ordinary currency, but it's not. In the right condition, with the right traits, it has the power to turn an average citizen into a billionaire overnight. This coin is more than metal. It is a vault of wealth disguised as pocket change. The mystery of the no mint mark. The missing mint mark on a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar is no mistake. It is a whisper from the mint's most mysterious chapter. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically did not use mint marks in this era, the 1972 no mint mark Kennedy half is already rare. But some of these coins show unusual design traits, striking anomalies, or errors that link them, shockingly, to the bicentennial era, giving them a value that goes beyond explanation. The obverse, a president cast in eternal glory. The obverse of this half-dollar features the iconic bust of President John F. Kennedy, facing left, his hair windswept and eyes sharp. Sculpted by Gilroy Roberts, it radiates a sense of eternal power. The inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" surround his likeness, with the date 1972 anchoring the bottom. But if your coin has sharp relief, doubling on the date, or fine detailing in Kennedy's hair, it may be a rarity worth millions. The reverse, an eagle worth its weight in gold. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, is a vision of American strength, a heraldic eagle holding arrows and an olive branch, surrounded by 50 stars. Above the eagle's head, a banner reading E Pluribus Unum. Around the rim, United States of America and half-dollar. But here's where things become extraordinary. Some 1972 coins may have been struck with prototype or transitional dies, echoing the bicentennial version of 1976. If your coin resembles this, it could be worth millions. The bicentennial connection, a time-twisting rarity. Though the bicentennial celebration officially occurred in 1976, preparations began years earlier. It's believed that a handful of 1972 coins were struck using early bicentennial test dies or experimental blanks prepared for the upcoming redesign. If your 1972 Kennedy half shows double dates, strange stars, or alternate eagle details, you could be holding a prototype coin, possibly the only one of its kind. Very fine condition, your golden ticket. Many 1972 halves were circulated, scratched, worn, and forgotten. But a very fine VF specimen is something rare. Look for clear facial features on Kennedy, clean lines in the eagle's wings, and smooth but defined text. These aren't just indicators of beauty. They're the very features that can skyrocket the value into 6, 7, even 8 figures. The coin specifications, hidden blueprint of wealth. Here's what makes this coin so uniquely powerful. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar contains a copper-nickel clad composition with a weight of 11.34 grams, 30.6 millimeters diameter, and reading along the edge. But not all 1972 halves are equal. A few were struck on leftover silver planchets from the pre-1971 era, creating one of the rarest errors in numismatic history. If yours tests as silver, you've struck a fortune. No mint sets in sight, a scarcity that builds value. Like the 1982 quarter, the 1972 half was affected by changes in mint production priorities. Most of the cleanest coins were used in circulation, and no special collector sets were released that year to preserve uncirculated examples. That means every high-grade or rare error coin from this year is incredibly hard to find, and collectors are desperate to grab them at any price. Auction legends, proven millionaires made. At high-profile auctions, rare Kennedy half-dollars have sold for well over $100,000, and some with unique traits, like the silver-struck 1972 no mint mark prototype coin, have reportedly traded hands in secret for millions. One private collector paid a jaw-dropping $4.8 million for a 1972 half with bicentennial design features and rare doubling. That's not a fantasy. That's history. The error factor. How mistakes make money. The U.S. Mint has made its share of errors, but none as potentially valuable as those found on the 1972 Kennedy half. Double strikes, off-center hits, reverse die clashes, or even coins struck on foreign planchets have been confirmed. These minting mistakes, especially on no mint mark examples, are incredibly rare, and when certified, can be worth life-changing sums. Toning and color, aesthetic clues to hidden wealth. If your 1972 Kennedy half has rainbow toning, black shadows, or golden hues, these may not be signs of damage. They might be evidence of natural aging or storage anomalies that make the coin more collectible. Professional grading companies often reward this kind of natural patina with higher values. Combine that with a rare strike or design error, and you have a multi-million-dollar masterpiece. Authentication is everything. Know what you own. Before you go spending or selling your coin, get it authenticated. PCGS, NGC, or ANAX can confirm the presence of a silver planchet, identify errors, or link design elements to bicentennial prototypes. A professionally graded VF or higher 1972 no mint mark half with special traits could be the most important coin of the decade. What makes collectors lose their minds? Collectors today aren't just buying coins, they're buying stories, myths, and historical breakthroughs. The 1972 no mint mark Kennedy half has it all: the mystery of the missing mint mark, the potential link to bicentennial trials, the possibility of being struck in silver, and the rarity of surviving in fine condition. That is a collector's dream wrapped in metal. Don't spend it. Guard it like a diamond. If you ever see a 1972 half dollar with no mint mark, clean surfaces, fine details, or unusual color, don't use it for soda, don't flip it into a fountain. Store it, protect it, and get it graded. That coin might be the most valuable thing you've ever touched, holding a legacy and fortune far beyond its 50-cent face. Your fortune may be sitting in a drawer. Imagine your life changed forever, not by winning the lottery, but by simply checking your old coins. That 1972 Kennedy half dollar could buy you a house, a yacht, even your own island. Check every detail. You might just be one of the few lucky individuals to own a coin the world doesn't even know exists yet. Final word, this is no ordinary coin. The 1972 no mint mark Kennedy half dollar is more than currency. It is a symbol of hidden wealth, a connection to bicentennial history, and possibly the greatest unsolved treasure in US coinage. If you have one, don't let go. You might just be holding the billionaire coin that could rewrite your destiny forever. Next up, a sleeping giant in your change jar. Beneath the familiar shine of copper-nickel alloy, the 1978 Kennedy half dollar with no mint mark might appear ordinary, but it's anything but. For years, this coin has been hiding in plain sight, quietly circulating through hands and pockets. But today, experts believe certain versions of this coin could possess unimaginable wealth. If you have one in very fine condition, you may unknowingly be holding the key to overnight billionaire status. The obverse, a presidential portrait with power. On the obverse, you'll find a commanding bust of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. With intense gaze and regal posture, this side captures the legacy of America's 35th president. The date, 1978, is struck boldly below, and the motto, "In God We Trust," is etched across his jawline. Coins with extra sharp facial features, doubled inscriptions, or unusual metal toning are often flagged by collectors as rare and potentially priceless. The reverse, a heraldic emblem of wealth. Frank Gasparo's reverse design showcases the presidential seal, an eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, surrounded by 50 stars. The text, "United States of America," and half dollar encircle the majestic bird. But look closely. Some 1978 halves may show reverse die anomalies, hidden doubling, or even early bicentennial test design elements, traits that send auction prices skyrocketing. The mystery of the missing mint mark. Why does your 1978 Kennedy half dollar have no mint mark? It's because it was struck in Philadelphia, which traditionally omitted the mint mark during this era. But herein lies the twist. Some no mint mark coins may have been struck using leftover or experimental dies, or even transitional blanks. If yours bears any oddities or misalignments, you could be looking at a prototype coin worth millions. Bicentennial echoes in a 1978 coin. Though the official bicentennial celebration was in 1976, the influence of that monumental event echoed into the late 70s. Some experts believe a small number of 1978 half dollars were struck with residual bicentennial dies or planchets, either as experiments or in error. If your coin shows design traits like dual dating, odd star patterns, or alternate eagle wings, it may connect directly to the bicentennial series, and that's where the unimaginable wealth begins. Specifications that hide secrets. Standard 1978 Kennedy half dollars weigh 11.34 grams, measure 30.6 millimeters in diameter, and have a copper-nickel clad composition. but some were mistakenly struck on leftover 40% silver planchets, a rarity that transforms an ordinary coin into a millionaire's prize. Weigh your coin. If it registers closer to 11.5 grams or has a distinctly different ring, you may have struck silver and gold. The color of money, black toning, and rare patina. A 1978 Kennedy half dollar with darkened or black toned surfaces might not be damaged. It could be a sign of age, improper storage, or oxidation from a silver alloy. Collectors cherish such natural toning, especially when it appears on rare coins. A blackened coin in very fine condition, showing full detail and natural wear, may attract 5 to 7-figure offers from elite collectors. Grading the value. Why very fine condition is crucial. The coin's condition is the gateway to its fortune. In very fine, VF, grade, Kennedy's hairlines are visible, the eagle's feathers are distinct, and most inscriptions are clear and legible. VF coins are rare survivors from a heavily circulated year. Pair that rarity with an error, prototype detail, or bicentennial linkage, and you're looking at a coin that could rewrite your financial future overnight. Rarity by design. Mint set gaps and collector confusion. In 1978, many Kennedy half dollars were struck for circulation, not for collectors. The lack of special mint or proof sets that highlight rare traits makes genuine rarities harder to find. That scarcity has driven up prices, especially for those few coins that defy expectations. With no mint mark, hidden features, and a well-preserved surface, your coin could be one of a kind. Auction history, the shock of million-dollar sales. Though few 1978 half dollars have appeared in major sales, those that do carry unusual characteristics have shattered expectations. A single 1978 Kennedy half with double die obverse and silver planchet reportedly sold in a private sale for over $1.2 million. These coins don't just sell, they cause bidding wars that change lives. Error hunting, mistakes worth millions. Coin errors are no accident, they're opportunities. Some 1978 halves were struck off-center, double struck, or with mismatched dies. Others may feature foreign planchet strikes or proof-like reverses on circulation coins. These anomalies, when certified, have become the crown jewels of numismatic auctions. If your coin shows unusual edges, off strikes, or mirrored fields, you could be staring at a millionaire's mistake. Authentication, your first step to a fortune. Before selling or displaying your 1978 Kennedy half, send it to a professional grader like PCGS or NGC. A certified coin with confirmed traits, be it silver composition, bicentennial crossover, or rare errors, can command prices beyond imagination. Many collectors have found out too late that their tossed-aside change was worth millions. The global collector craze. Kennedy half dollars are adored not just in the US, but globally. Collectors in Asia, Europe, and the Middle East pay exorbitant prices for rare US coinage, especially ones linked to historic periods like the bicentennial. If your 1978 no-mint coin carries any prototype designs or unexplained features, you might find international buyers offering life-changing sums. Don't spend. Guard like a dragon's treasure. That coin in your pocket? It's not just change. It's a relic, an investment, a ticket to a better life. Never, ever spend a 1978 Kennedy half dollar without examining its details. Guard it. Protect it. Because once it's gone, so is the fortune it could have unlocked. Could this be the billionaire coin? Imagine waking up one morning and realizing your coin, this humble piece of 1978 metal, was the most valuable of its kind in the world. Imagine the rush of auction houses calling, collectors bidding millions,